MTD CNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
So Matthew, this is the MicroLoc series here. It's a popular product amongst engineers in the UK, but for those that haven't seen it or don't know about it, can you tell us what it does?
Sure, Paul. Yeah, this is our 75 series system. That's 75mm pitching of the slots. Basically, the base plate is designed to suit customer requirements, ranging from very small to very large. You've got the two-way slots. The base generally can go on any vertical machining centre. We also do tombstones for horizontals and trunnions for fourth axis systems. But basically it works with a fixed jaw here, which locates onto the MicroLoc base via these tenons, and that sits in there. That then gives you datum positions all over the base. So basically when you put your workpiece in, you know exactly where that is relative to the base and the machine. So it's not just a holding system, it's a referencing system as well.
So the base plate you put onto your machine bed and you clock the base plate so you know...
Yeah, well we provide it with tenons, so it should just drop down straight in,
okay.
And you should then know exactly where they all are relative to the machine. So it's obviously going to save a lot of time, set up times.
So would it be right in saying that this is for production machining, or can you use it for irregular shapes and one-offs as well?
You can, yeah. I mean, it's because it's very versatile and it's very quick to change. It's used quite a lot in the mould and die industry, for example, where people are holding parts of much larger and they're only doing one or two offs. It's used for small or medium batch production. Normally for large batch production we do a hydraulic version of this vice, and that obviously quickens things up.
Okay, so this is my location.
Yep.
And these jaws here, these are soft jaws, are they? So
they're soft jaws, yeah. We do them in aluminium and in steel. You obviously just profile them to suit your workpiece.
So if I had an irregular shape, I could actually machine that profile in the soft jaw and then hold that component.
That's
too.
right, yeah.
And what about clamping forces? And I mean, key to this would be repeatability and accuracy as well.
It is, yeah. I mean, repeatability is plus or minus 10 microns over a metre. The power of this size vice is about 1.5 tons. The largest system we do 100 series, and that gives you a 2-ton vice.
And exposure of a component, I can see here. What can you clamp on in terms of height of?
Well, with our tallest parallels, you can clamp on 2.5mm, but we also do these. We call them the ultra grip jaws, and that actually bites into the component. And for that you can clamp on 3mm, but because it bites in, you can clamp a lot higher parts.
Okay, so these are the parallels here. You change those depending on the height.
You change them depending on how much you want to clamp on. So if you simply put your part into there, and you can clamp like so. And normally it's about half a turn, and that will give you your 1.25 tons.
And then for positioning as well, then this is where you push the...
That's right. Depending on the width of the component, depends on what end stop and spacer arrangement you have in there. So basically, you can clamp any width part. If the part gets too wide for one row of vices, you simply put another one next to it, or you spread it along the base, because you know you've got the true accuracy on the base.
And if I was looking at this, I mean, we've got one component here, but you could actually you could have a longer component,
of course,
and support it with two vices,
or 3 or 4 or however big your base is actually.
Okay, so I'm an engineer. I've got a machining centre that's got 750mm in the x-axis. Can I come to you and say, right, I need a base plate that's 750mm in length?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, most of ours are made to order anyway. So, whatever the size, we can do up to about 1500 by 750 in a one piece. But we've done 3 or 4 metre long tables before, just by using several base plates.
So I could literally phone you up. So I need a base plate 1 metre by 700. I want 6 vices, 3 location points.
Yeah, and we'll do that for you. Obviously, because it's made to suit, you're looking at about 3-week delivery. However, we do stock some sort of regular sizes, like a 450 by 300 or a 600 by 400. So they're the sizes that we actually would stock.
So this setup here, Matthew, is for a vertical machining centre.
That's right, yeah.
What about if I've got a horizontal or I've got a fourth axis unit?
Again, we tend to tailor solutions to suit the customer requirements. Horizontal wise, we can do sort of 4-sided cubes, we can do 2-sided tombstones, again to fit 300, 400, 500 or even 630 pallet horizontal machines. So again, they are designed around what the customer requires.
And a fourth axis, can I hold this between centres?
You can, yeah, and again, we do various selections of them. So we can do the small sort of 4-sided cubes, we can do the double-siders, and or just a cradle type system that works like that.
Okay, so I'm going to sort of put you on the spot a bit here. You're going in to see an engineer. Why is he going to buy this system?
Well, it's versatility really is the main thing, and flexibility, what MicroLoc can give you. It isn't just a vice, it's also a referencing system that can clamp small and large parts with the same system, and they're all to relatively known date and positions. So that's what I would say to my customers.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.